Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buffaloes will put toe to leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The option look. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
Listen, there's so many athletic quarterbacks now that do the design runs. I got to make them pay. I got to physically hit them as hard as I can, as many opportunities as I get. They run the design quarterback run. Nice job being physical, forcing the fumble.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready.
Just keeps moving. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time.
Going to take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take him. Start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffalo's hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking for a man. It's Harvin. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Buffs. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Makes it past the marker. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Yeah, and when I got a guy like that at QB, I'm going to give him the ball early and often. I'm going to let this dude do him because give him multiple options. He makes the right decisions, you could tell. But in the end, he's got speed, playmaker. I want to find ways to continue to get him the ball, let him make decisions, and make plays like this.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Hard-hitting tackle. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. On the option. Now the toss.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Tackle is made after the first down.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down after that incompletion. To the air, it's Harvin. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. On the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll try to pound their way in. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They want to power it in on the ground on third and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 14-14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback and you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Makes the grab, and he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
At the 35, he's loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He breaks a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Here comes the option. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll set up to throw. Coming after it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Polly.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Flushed out of the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And they bring... Did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many jump yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. Fights off a defender. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That
fires the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Off play action on first down. He lets it fly. Snatches it on the right. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Schools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll ride his man on the option. Plows through the defense.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Got it behind the line. It's Burrow. Touchdown Seminoles. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Louisiana Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Bulldogs offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up 14 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football match.
keeping an eye on it for us. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys. You see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking to throw, it's Harvin. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. The sack on the last play, they hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got his man. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses, you've seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To the air on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wide out. A strike downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Colorado! And that one will give them the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you get that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Harvin. They're setting up the screen. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And tackled there by the defense. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking down the middle. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Florida State. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Going for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. That's reeled in. It's Bloomberg. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Makes his connection.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. To the 10. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll snap it from the 28, in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
2nd down coming up.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got the back over the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bucs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle, it's De La Rosa. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Colorado 44, Florida State 35.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is...
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense set on first down. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Going for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
He's going to pass on second down. It's complete to the left. At 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Now on the option. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Burrow. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Knowles in the hurry up.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Off the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Goes to the option. That's a 20. He's got space. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
At the 7-yard line. Second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back goes in motion. Now the toss. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hendricks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Using his legs, it's Hendricks. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Hard running there. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Open run. Got enough space. And they will score. Touchdown, Buffalo!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, Crawford. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
Hey, it's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Harvin. Going to try to get it himself. At the 35, he's got room. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Knowles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He wants to throw here on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. A late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight, of hope.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
So maybe just to make the final score look a little better, they'll go for 2 here. Lipstick on a pig, anybody? He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They'll line up for the onside kick, just 1 second to play, and really their only hope is some type of penalty for an untimed down. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those 1 play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's good.